Coach is going to let him hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 16. On the wing, Morris. And that time, also a missed shot. Pass to McDaniels. Down low. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Covington. And here is Morris. Here's Coffey. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Russell.
Great work from Reggie. The coaching staff really loves it when he hustles like that on defense.
Your Clippers.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
In the corner, George with it. Wall. And it's sent back by Russell. Here's Anderson with the drive. That one drops for him.
Bryn Forbes.
Anderson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Timberwolves. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
John Wall.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Minnesota making a switch here. Here's Wall, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
And yes, it's good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And it's Russell missing. Inside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Second team foul.
So smooth. The little pump fake, get the defender in the air. As if Leonard wasn't hard enough to cover, he's adding that to his game.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career, playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Minnesota leading by 15. To the wing right side. Towns for three. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Leonard. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
That's great touch from the swing man, as Kawhi knows that he can capitalize from that area and he can get there anytime he wants.
And the dunk by Towns.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that if he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
All right, fans, let's give a big hand to your
Clippers trail by 15. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul.
third team foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution for your Clippers.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Reggie Jackson.
6 to shoot. Leonard. Gobert pulls it in.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Knocks it loose. Here's Edwards. No good off the back of the rim.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Leonard. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And the shot is good. Russell's got 6.
Well, that's nice coordination as Russell seemed to know that he was going to get around the defense.
Pass to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's blocked.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
Edwards, that's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Prince with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's Russell in the corner. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Again, Russell able to dance behind the screen, and once he's able to set you up like that, it's over.
And good that time. Gobert's got his 2nd basket of the game.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Here's Prince. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Timberwolves lead by 21. Here's Jackson. Gobert with the block. Edwards drives in. Missed inside. And so it's Minnesota with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been
34.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
And he dunks it down.
How about Taurean Prince getting up there and slamming it down?
Now Wall. Over Russell. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
That's two.
Wall's got 6. Pass to Towns. Leonard with the steal. And there's the foul. It's on Towns.
First personal
That's
foul.
his first foul.
First team foul.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Los Angeles. And here's George. Yep, that one goes.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Everyone get loud and proud.
Clippers trail by 21. And Wall. Here we go now. Baseline J on the way. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And the rejection by Zubac.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And he can't get the first one.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Clippers trail by 20. Leonard looking around. Six on the shot clock. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Now Zubac. And the rejection by Towns.
And when it's his focus, Towns is a very good shot blocker, both on ball and as a help defender. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The 3 from George. Drills it from outside. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, you got to get the ball to PG whenever he's roaming around outside that arc. Incredible.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Pass to Powell. Towns with the steal. Anderson with the ball. From deep, Prince. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. In the corner, George with it. For 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Towns, no luck. Clippers trail by 18. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Minnesota making a switch here. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Yes, that goes in. Morris has got his first 2 points.
And sporting those broad shoulders, Morris setting that solid pick, then rolling hard for the quick catch and finish.
Assisted by.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And so it's Minnesota holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Timberwolves leading by 18. And the foul called on Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Edwards. From deep. Rebounded by Jackson. That one goes in.
A really good job by Reggie Jackson, just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Pass to Gobert. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Second personal foul.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. So learn your lesson.
Rudy Gobert.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Wall to the middle. Here's Covington. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a tough shot as Covington finds a way that time.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
From the inbound, and McDaniels with the block. Now here's Wall. Here's the three. And another three for the Clippers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Good.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Gobert with the block. And he recovers it. Back to Covington. It's Covington on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Moves back up.
Well, a key piece in a couple of huge NBA trades. There's no doubt that teams value Robert Covington and his ability to play defense and shoot the three.
The first one falls.
Robert Covington at the line for two.
And both free throws good for Covington. Minnesota leading by 13. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for your player.
Here's McDaniels. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
In the corner, Powell with it. Over in the corner, Zubats. Offensive rebound. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Right wing. Here's Zubats. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Clippers trailed by 15. Outside Leonard. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. The kick out to Wall. A three-pointer off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend. Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And the Clippers call time here.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Leonard. And McDaniels with the block. Down low. It's hauled in by Paul George. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. If you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rudy Gobert.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
From 10 feet out, and again it's Minnesota.
Assist from
making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And it's denied.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Anderson. Here's Russell. And the rejection by Leonard. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Takes a three. And they get it back. Pass to Powell. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Norman Powell, as a point getter, understands the value of the free throw. He's been over 80% for his career at the line.
Norman Powell. 2 shots.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's McDaniels. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all